they're all awake on time. Yeah, they're sleeping on time, they're waking up on their whole cycle is mapped to the sun. Sometimes ulta also, bats ke liye wo, but still linked to the sun. They're regulated in their eating, sleeping, even mating. They have seasons to mate. Do we have a season to mate? We don't have a season to mate. We mate anywhere, anytime. We have no regulations. Yeah. Defending. They defend what is theirs. Yes or no? Yeah. They defend थोड़ा rationality के साथ. हमारे में क्या होता है? There's a beggar. There's a beggar. अब beggar का क्या होता है? What does a beggar own? Does a beggar own anything? A beggar is a beggar because by definition they don't anything. They're trying to beg and trying to live whatever they live. एक beggar गया एक bridge पे, उस bridge पे बैठा and started begging. For 1 month he is begging there. Now second month he saw another beggar, and another beggar also sat on the same bridge. What did this beggar say to that beggar? Hey, इधर से उठ जा, ये मेरा ब्रिज है. बेगर क्या कह रहा है? ये मेरा ब्रिज है. अरे तू बेगर है, तेरा ब्रिज कैसे हो सकता है? You're begging and you're saying this bridge is yours. We defend what is not even ours. We try and grab something which is not even. Are we better than animals in eating, sleeping, mating, defending? Maybe, maybe not. They're regulated, we are not regulated. We need to be regulated. Yeah. Now this is the similarities. What about the difference? अगर ये similarities हुई, what is so special about humans? What is it that makes us better than animals? Intelligence. Okay. Discipline. We just said we're not disciplined. Animals are not disciplined. Sometimes. What else? Dharma. What else? Ego. We have met. No.
I think mind.
थोड़ा अपना प्यार अच्छा बनाते हैं ह्यूमंस का. हम बोल रहे हैं हमारी स्पेशलिटी ईगो है.
Mind है mind.
Different. We are different from that.
डिफरेंट. हमारी स्पेशलिटी क्या, हम बेटर क्या कर सकते हैं एनिमल से? Inquisitiveness. What else? Think and choose. Understanding and inventing. Have you seen एक वो होता है weaver bird. आपने weaver bird देखा है क्या? Weaver bird. आप कभी डिस्कवरी चैनल खोल के बैठना, आप देखोगे कि एनिमल्स आर सो इन्वेंटिव. A beaver basically makes so many nice bridges. Is an engineer of animals, right? An architect of animals is that weaver bird. Have you seen? I have seen actual nests of weaver birds. They weave such. They don't have hands. They don't have feet. They just have their beaks, and they make such intricate, nice little, hanging nests for themselves. They are intelligent, but in very different ways. We are not as intelligent as them, and they are not as. I can't swim in the ocean for long, but a fish can. So they are different abilities. But what is it that makes me special?
Helping others.
Sorry, helping others. Animals help others all the time.
Yeah.
Animals are kept as therapy dogs. They tell us when earthquakes are coming.
I'm able to decide between good and bad.
Yeah, able to decide between good and bad.
Decision making.
So something related to that, for the sake of time, I'm going to cut it short, and I'm going to take up what Prabhuji said and what she was saying, and what Mataji is saying, and one there, that the ability, this is the thing that we started with. When we look at stars, what happens to us? When we look at mountains, what happens to us? When we look at oceans, what happens to us? What is the thought that comes to our mind? Is it a wonderment, Mataji, your word? Is it a wonderment? Ki what is all this all about? Who am I? What am I doing in this world, and where did all of this start? ये सारे questions आते हैं हमको. This is our speciality because animals cannot do that. Sorry, speak and smile. They can speak to each other. Just like we speak, they have their own language. Like ants है, यहाँ पे एक आप दाना मीठा का छोड़ दो, एक एंट आएगा, वापस जाएगा, अपने घर में सबको बताएगा और सबको तो कम्युनिकेशन तो हो रही है ना? तो एक चीज ऐसी है, वो है inquisitiveness about our own existence. Questions about our own existence beyond this matter. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? वो हमारा क्या है? धर्म है. वो हमारा क्या है? धर्म का मतलब रिलीजन नहीं होता. Dharma has been translated in this modern world as religion, but dharma actually doesn't mean religion. Dharma means sugar का धर्म क्या है? To be sweet. Chili का धर्म क्या है? To be hot, spicy. अगर कोई शुगर का पीस है, salty है, क्या हम उसको शुगर बोलेंगे? नहीं बोलेंगे, क्योंकि वो शुगर by definition नहीं है. Us as souls or as human beings, our dharma, our constitutional nature is to be inquisitive. Is to be what? Inquisitive. Inquisitive about what? We have been inquisitive, that's why we have invented fans and ACs and AI and spaceships. Are we inquisitive? इसीलिए हम ये सब ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. But we are being inquisitive about the tip of the iceberg. लेकिन उसके नीचे सीन और क्या है? सीन के नीचे क्या है? अनसीन के नीचे क्या है? We are not being inquisitive about the unseen or the our nature. Our speciality is to be inquisitive about the unknown. That small kid who looked at the stars and asked this question, but whose question was never answered, that is our actually basic speciality that we have as human beings. To be introspective about our most innermost actual true self. That is our true nature. The Vedas call it, can you read this? It's faint. It's called Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Jigyasa means what? Curiosity. To be curious about what? Brahma, about the spirit, about the soul. And when? Athato. Athato means right now. This is the basic instruction of the Vedic scriptures that tells us that hey, now you got a what have you got right now? You got a human birth, human body. Can you use it? This is the way to use it. To be inquisitive about the spirit, and when? Right now. Can we repeat this once? Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Jigyasa is curiosity, Brahma is spiritual, about the spirit, Athato is right now. This is what makes us truly human beings. Otherwise, we are just sophisticated animals. We are also doing eating, sleeping, mating, defending, but in very nice, better ways, in very comfortable spaces. But we're doing the activity is the same. This is where I end today's session. Day one is what ends here. We'll talk about tomorrow session a little bit. Tomorrow we'll talk about how to do this introspection. Where does it lead us? And really what the soul is truly about. What the soul is something that we're going to talk about tomorrow. Day 2 is going to be about that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we can open up about 10 or 20 minutes we have, but I don't want to take 20 minutes. 10 minutes of question answers we can take up. We have a mic here. Oh, there's a wireless mic here.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah? There, okay. We have a wireless mic there. We can switch the lights on and we can take up any questions that किसी के हो. Any questions? Yes.
Is probably that why is it, suppose we understand
Yeah.
good or bad,
Yeah.
suppose we are intelligent for
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
still why is it so easy for us to give up like in another 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So why are we not so intelligent to be able to retain what we have understood today?
Yeah. Actually, Prabhu said something very pertinent that at that time. He said we have the ability to be disciplined. Maybe we are not right now, but we have the ability to be Discipline. We have that ability, right? But have we ever been trained? That's my question. To have discipline, we need what? Yes or no? If we don't have training, what is our usual nature? What do? We fall back into our habits, yes or no? Yeah? If we have to get out of a bad habit and build a good habit, what do we usually do? We have to train ourselves, yes or no? My question to all of you is, when have we ever been trained for this? Have we trained for this? Have we trained for this? You said about good or bad, but it also depends on who's teaching us what is good or bad. Some people think they're doing, some criminals, if you go ask them, that hey, listen, do you regret what you did? They'll be like, no, I don't. This is what I've been taught, that this is the right thing to do. Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Really, it's very important to get the right training about the right thing. Here we're talking about not training about good or bad on the level of the mind, good or bad on the level of the body. We're talking about the deepest unknown part of our self, our true self, our real true identity as soul. That training, my question to all of you is, have we ever been trained? That is something that has been missing. We've been, bereft of, we've been cheated of, and now we want to get it back. We want to reclaim that back, and this session, this 3-day session, is an introduction to that. It's a gateway to that. Any other questions? If not, we have Prasad. Last question. Any question? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll be exploring techniques on how we can help ourselves discipline our minds.
Yes.
Control our minds.
Correct. We'll be doing that on day 3. The application of all of this knowledge is tomorrow. Today is the introductory part. Tomorrow is the actual know-how, and the third day is actually the application of all of this knowledge. In the third day, we'll get to know how to control our minds, how to get to know more about the soul, and to realize and be present on the level of the soul while we live our lives. We'll try to do that in the third day. If there are no other questions, we stop, and then we have another question. No? Okay. Thank you everyone for giving me your time, coming here and really spending your evening without your phones, giving me your attention, and it's a big deal. It's a big encouragement for all of us. So we can all stand up, and we basically will have prasadam, dinner prasadam.